Okay, guys, the following video you're about to see is Rodney from Behind the Barricade, Andrew from Andrew's Hot Takes on Behind the Barricade, and my thoughts and reviews on Zack Snyder's Justice League that they just watched. Hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, guys, so we just finished the movie. Your thoughts?
A+. 5 out of 5 stars.
This is the cut that we should have got to begin with. There was obviously reasons for it, but there's no reason for not having this. Let this man take his time to come back and finish something that he started. That this was a masterpiece. There's no other way to explain it. There's no other way to cut it. WB. Your TV shows are great. You do a tremendous job on actual television. But when it comes down to your films, this is the way your film should be. And when you got that right director who can put it all together, there is no reason to... Granted, I understand the circumstance, and I didn't know that until tonight.
What?
That his daughter passed away.
But here's the crazy part. Yes, they could have delayed the movie, but greedy execs knew if they get it out in time, bonuses, and that's why they pushed it.
And I was under the impression that they just had a disagreement falling out, and he left set.
People think that there was a disagreement,
okay,
and that her death made it easier for them to push him aside.
Makes sense.
It still makes them look like assholes.
It does, absolutely, and they probably thought, oh, if we push him to the side, he'll just say, due to the death of my daughter, I will step away. No, because this is his baby.
Yep.
This is my creation. I wanted to do this. I wanted to bring it out to you, bring it out to the world, bring it out to fans that care, that wanted it. Man, I know Marvel fans, diehard Marvel fans that can't stand DC, that watched the Snyder Justice League and said, if they gave me this on a consistent basis, they could make a full-time fan out of me. And that's going a long way, because we all know how this is. I equate it to wrestling all the time, but with comic book fans, it's brutal. Same way with the Star Trek and the Star Wars. There is, like we said, there's DC, there's Marvel. They don't mesh. A lot of their fans don't mesh. A lot of their fans have a whole lot of hate. So for them not to release this film the way it was, that what we just saw 4 hours of, shame on them. They dropped the ball. This is the shame on them. You. What year was it?
It was a 2017 movie.
2017. So let's think about this for a second. 2017. And you're going to get in the midst of competing with one of the juggernauts in superhero movies in Marvel. If you would have put this 4-hour movie out in 2017,
17 or 16.
You wouldn't be talking about. You wouldn't be talking about Avatar. You wouldn't be talking about.
You wouldn't. Let me.
Endgame.
Nah, there would be no. People will still have to take you seriously, because guess what? This is coming off of
2017.
This is coming off a great Wonder Woman movie. I put Wonder Woman up there as one of my top movies I love forever. It's going to go down in history as one of my top 3. Maybe even number 1.
The funny thing is, Rotten Tomatoes, okay? The original one, fan-wise, 71%, okay?
Lucky.
Fan-wise. Of course, critics, 40%.
Yeah.
You go Zack Snyder's Justice League.
That's a nasty doctor, that's why.
To me,
it went down a little. You're talking about a 72% critic rating and a 95% audience.
Yeah, no matter what
You're
movie,
talking about a huge improvement in both ends.
The gap is too wide. And if I'm an executive at WB and I'm saying, we made a big mistake.
Yep.
How do we fix this mistake? You keep Justice League going the way it is as we see it is. Do not put out nothing else. I don't want to see nothing else come out in the light in which y'all did the Justice League. That was horrible compared to this. It was night and day. You can't tell me it was the same movie. Nobody can tell me that.
People still are saying it, which is funny.
It's
Beats are the same because because it was the same skeleton.
But it was night and day.
Right.
It was night. It wasn't even.
Of course, there's gonna be similarities because you didn't rewrite the full movie. You still got to do this.
Yeah.
Added parts to the movie that made more sense.
100%. And this is what they did. Not only did they add parts that made more sense, Andrew, what the other Justice League did was take out parts that were critical to the story and shoved 4 hours, maybe even 5 or 6 hours, shoved it into 2.
It's like when we watch wrestling. There's certain thing called long-term booking and short-term booking. They did the short-term booking in the first part, and Snyder took it and long booked it in a way, even though it was 4 hours. We got to see the backstory of Cyborg. We got to see a little bit more of the Flash. We got to see more of the Amazons. We got to see more of the story of Wonder Woman. We got to see a little bit more of Aquaman instead of just seeing in the first time we got to see Aquaman. He rescued somebody off of a ship and then he met with Ben Affleck and everything. But like in this movie, for the Snyder Cut, I enjoyed it more than seeing just the actual Justice League in theaters. I'd rather have seen this version in theaters. I don't care how long it would have been.
They even could have condensed this to 3.5 hours. I could see, again, what do you cut out? There's certain things, key scenes you can't cut out. All the scenes have to be there, but you could have condensed
some angles, some camera cuts. You could.
Yep.
The cuts really start to add up over those scenes. So you could cut out some of those cuts and minimize the cuts. It would cut it down to 3.5.
Yeah.
But we're talking about a 4-hour movie cutting out big cuts. About 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Still solid.
Yep.
Still got the whole story in.
Yep.
You know, it's just.
We were an hour in, and he had one box.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And they were just still getting started.
An hour in the last movie, he had all 3 boxes already. Superman was back. They had no plan.
Yep.
Ooh.
The way that Steppenwolf died in this one, in this cut, was so much better than the way in the other one, because I know they sniffed fear.
Yeah, but remember, we don't even know he even died in the other one.
We don't know.
He just got put back in the boom tube.
Yeah.
Well, I can guarantee you, when they got put back in the boom tube,
he probably got killed by Darkseid.
Darkseid probably tore him apart. But the good thing about this, and the way he got killed, is now you know for sure. B, we already know that what Darkseid was going to do anyway, because he failed already. The fact that they even got that close to stop the box, you already failed.
And I love how we actually understood what Steppenwolf was doing and why he was doing it. It wasn't just, oh, I'm here. I'm here for me.
Darkseid.
It wasn't I'm here just to do this. I'm here for me to get back on Darkseid's good graces.
For redemption.
Yep.
It was like Steppenwolf.
There was actually meaning behind his quest.
Yeah.
Like before, it was he was fighting a war years ago, and he wants something. And listen. You're doing too much already. You're already doing too much. All you had to do was put somebody higher or at a higher power than him in the movie. How simple. We know Darkseid is here. We know he's coming.
And look how the attitude changed. There's things. Steppenwolf's attitude when it comes to the other people, and then once Darkseid and Darkseid
bow down. Like I'm like, he's petrified of that, because he knows I worship them. They own me. But it's just crazy. It's crazy how two movies can come out and be completely different. My mind's still blowing. My mind's still blowing. I know there was a lot of scenes that are exactly the same, but there was more to this, and that's what makes it different. It's not the same movie. It's not. You can watch the original one back to back with this one, and I guarantee you'll be like, dude, it's completely different. It feels different. I walk out of here feeling different. Last time I saw Justice League with you. If I remember, I think I saw it with you, and we walked out of there saying it was all right. I felt like they beat him a little rushed and easy, and we kind of wanted more. But we said, you know what, we're gonna give it a shot because we saw the scene of, oh man, we can put a giant table in the middle and then have 6 chairs. Well, how about
room for more?
Room for more. So we were thinking, all right, they're gonna drop another Justice League 2 probably like 2020 or whatever the case may be.
Yep.
But A, you didn't go that route. B, if they were to go that route, I think they would have softened the blow. Yeah. And we kind of would have got the original Justice League out of our mind. We can go with Justice League 2 and kind of beat off of that. But no, you did none of that. You gave me nothing. I know Affleck and I know Affleck with him leaving as Batman, Pattinson coming in, kind of threw everybody for a loop.
Like a curveball.
But hey, listen, that's no excuse because we're working in the multiverse, so it doesn't matter.
The funny thing with that is it's come out that the reason why Affleck left was all because of Whedon and the reshoots. That is what drove him crazy. He was fine up until that.
Look how much work they put into this.
Yep.
And I thought he was better in this.
He was the executive producer on this, which means he wanted to be involved.
The long term. You don't put your name as executive producer on stuff just for a one-time deal. Yeah. No, I want to be a long-term executive producer. We all know Ben has skills behind the camera and behind the scenes. He knows what he's doing. But damn, and also another thing about the original movie. It was so much about Batman and really him getting everybody together and really him focusing this point around, I have to start the Justice League to defeat the higher powers that's out there because they're going to keep coming. It was never about, everybody individually. Yes, it's about getting us together, but it's about us working as a team and finding ourselves. In this movie, I saw them find themselves, figure it out, work as a team, construct a plan, and execute the plan perfectly. Don't get me wrong, story-wise, it's hard to do. You got egos. Aquaman got the biggest ego out of everybody.
Hell yeah.
You know, if we really gonna get technical and deep dive into it, it's hard to do. Mm-hmm. But when you lay groundwork down, letting us know where they come from, now I know why Aquaman is so upset. Yep. Look at everything that man been through. I know why Cyborg's upset. This man literally watched his father get disintegrated in front of him.
Sacrificed himself for the greater good.
The fact that Zack Snyder said Cyborg was the heart and soul, and Whedon goes and pretty much writes him out of the movie. That's why I stand for Ray Fisher.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how you just the fact that one of the mother boxes is a part of him. Yeah. So how can he ever be written out the movie like that? You can't do that. He's a part of the box. The box is centered around him. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's him. It is who he is.
He basically knew what was like the box that he came from was all about, and you just gotta shove him to the side and be like, yeah, we don't really need Cyborg that much, but like seeing in the original, after Superman gets brought back to life, you see the mother box land on the car, and then you see Steppenwolf come,
just take it
and leave.
They don't even show him.
This time you see Victor's father bring it in, using the laser to heat it up to help them in a way because he knows what to do. because he's so smart and stuff. And
Cyborg got a whole map in his brain. He's connected to the box, so wherever the box go, he can feel it. He can see it.
It's
it
like,
was so much better.
It's like having vision without vision.
Yeah. And what's crazy is, we want to talk about, a lot of them are complaining. A lot of the cast is complaining how the reshoots went. I go back and I watch behind the scenes footage of them during the original filming. I think it was Vic. I think it might have been Ray hanging on Ezra's back like this. And there's another scene I think when they're about to fight Steppenwolf, and Aquaman swings his trident, but it drops out of his hand. And then what he does is he grabs Wonder Woman's sword and goes with the sword as fun. Mm-hmm. They had chemistry behind the cameras. I heard that they were great. Jared Leto, okay. Remember, he wasn't in original filming. After this filming for this scene, he says, "I would love to work with Zack again. Just from the little time they spent together, I want to work with Zack again."
Zack's he's great at what he does.
He's an actor friendly person.
And he's not about his ego. He puts his ego to the side. He understands that actors have egos, but he understands how to tame that. Let these guys come on set and be themselves. And whatever character they're playing.
Aquaman. That's Jason Momoa.
That's who he is. You can't change him. When you see the love and it's just, man, the chemistry that this crew has, it can only get better. I hope they continue. Man, I look forward to seeing what they do next, but I can only hope that we'll be smart. Do whatever you got to do to get Zack Snyder back.
Yep.
I don't care what you got to do.
So
that man needs to be manning the Justice League films or Justice League story from this point on.
From what I've heard, which is funny, one of the people, Grace, who does YouTube, I didn't realize I was actually blocked from her on Twitter. I must have, because what's funny is everyone's talked crap about her because sometimes she seems to be stuck up sometimes. But I guess I said something to her and she blocked me. But from one of the other people I follow posted saying that she is, because she has sources, heard from credible sources that they will greenlight a 2 and 3, and possibly, which this one is weird, Wonder Woman 3 might be changed directors to Zack Snyder. If that happens.
Because I saw 2 and 2 really did.
2, but
I liked it, but 1 was better.
Wasn't, it confused the crap out of me. Wonder Woman 2.
It didn't hit the way 1 hit. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm biased because 1 is one of my favorite movies of all time. So it hit different. Yeah. I hope 3 is better. I hope that's not what it does. If he does it, it's going to be a little bit more darker.
And what's funny, you know me, my favorite was Man of Steel. Until this.
Yeah.
This knocked... what's funny is how it took a Zack Snyder film to knock another Zack Snyder film off the top.
And you never noticed the trend, how we had so much love in the mid-2000s for the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight series, or trilogy, I should say. We loved him. We said, Chris Nolan, you brought Batman to where it needed to be. You put it back on the map. Snyder simply just put the Justice League on the map.
And Superman back on the map.
And Superman. Because that Superman return, nah, that wasn't doing it for me. And Man of Steel, okay. And we all know Nolan had a hand in that too. Mm-hmm. And when you look if these men don't work on I don't care if the Snyder family and the Nolan family don't work on Justice League going forward, you're doing something wrong. Don't call nobody else. Don't ask nobody else. I don't care who walks through your door talking about, I can fix this. No, you can't. You better. If you haven't learned anything, people were nominated for Oscars. People have been not like scores and movies have been nominated. People have won Oscars. People have Academy Awards have been given out to people based off of what Nolan has done, based off of what's not. But this right here, this might be. I don't know. I don't know.
Remember, Suicide Squad won an Oscar. I know it's not the same universe. Joker won an Oscar.
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix won an Oscar.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so it's
Man of Steel win an Oscar for the best score.
I don't know, but
they were. I know they were nominated.
Now let's talk about the score on this movie.
Fantastic, fantastic, man. If
Junkie XL is a beast,
and I love the Aquaman score. I thought it was one of the best I've ever heard.
I love the little changes to the Wonder Woman score.
The Amazon.
Yeah, the Amazon score.
So it adds to the movie. It makes it better. I know it's a effect, but you need that. You need that. Don't give me the basic song. Or we just gonna give you a song, but we're gonna remix it.
Yeah, like Come Together was a good song at the original.
It was cool, but
it didn't really
fit this
realm. This movie
needed
a little bit of
vibe.
Didn't need any music, like real lyrics to anything other than Aquaman's when he left the.
And what's crazy is Junkie XL worked with Hans Zimmer on Man of Steel.
Yeah.
They both worked on Batman v Superman, and then Junkie XL worked on this one.
Well,
he's done a whole bunch. He's doing King of the Monsters. Kong versus good. Godzilla versus Kong also. He did a whole. Junkie XL's done a lot of movies I didn't even think he did.
It's crazy.
Alita Battle Angel.
Scores is very important to a movie. It keeps you locked in. It puts you in the scene.
Yep.
And that's what I felt going into this movie. I said, you know what? I'm going to here with a clear mind. I heard all good things, but I'm going here clear. I don't want to listen to the opinions of others. I'm going to watch this movie and just watch it through. And I'll give you my opinion after. I told you, people that don't watch DC can't stand DC, thinks it's too slow, too boring, no action whatsoever. Watch this movie.
That's why when I go into movie theaters, I go with a clear mind and I don't listen to this guy.
No, but you know what's funny is you even look at the tone of this movie compared to the other ones. It was dark, but not dark. People have actually compared this to the original trilogy of Star Wars. A New Hope and Man of Steel, similar tone. Empire, which is very dark. BVS, which is very dark. And then Return of the Jedi, which starts getting a little
bit morally gray.
And that's this.
And I think that's fair. That's a fair comparison. Did we get a sequel?
Of this?
Did we get a sequel?
We gotta get another Aquaman. We gotta get Aquaman.
Well, it's gonna start filming.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got Black Adam.
We gotta get another Shazam
Flash
movie.
is gonna be filming. Shazam's gonna be filming. They're all.
But
filming.
I think honestly, about the sequel, if this, I know this is getting a lot of outcry by fans and stuff. It will definitely turn WB to think we gotta throw the checkbook to Zack Snyder and say, what's your price? Because if you don't hire Zack Snyder back and you bring back Whedon, you're gonna be dead. You're gonna be dead in the water. Justice League might as well just be another cartoon again.
That's like these guys firing Nolan, saying, "Nah, Nolan, we don't want you to do that." Back in the 2000s, it's like them saying, "Nah, we don't want you to do Dark Knight."
Never came back, change your mind.
Excuse me?
Or it's like them firing Jon Favreau after the first Iron Man film.
And then it's like, or Kevin Feige.
Exactly. Kevin Feige is a little higher than a
Favreau,
than even a Snyder, but Snyder could be your Feige.
And let me tell you something. Favreau's a beast.
Yep.
He's a beast, and I don't think Favreau gets enough respect.
No, he
Thank God for
he don't get
Favreau.
enough respect, man. And I'm a big Favreau fan myself, so I take it personal. I take it personal when people come after Jon Favreau. So look, the man It's not even about him. Zack Snyder is.
He'll be back.
You're gonna be back, man, and I hope they work this out because this is a good spot. I think he can elevate this, man, and bring it to the moon. You want to catch for the fanboys out there, you want them to catch Marvel. Well, guess what? They're on the right track.
You think of it this way: Marvel just pretty much
Released.
ended their big run.
Yeah.
Yes, they're still going, but it's unknown.
It's unknown.
This is the time for DC to take over and strike.
Now.
Just strike out, take over, and then let Marvel try to catch up.
Yeah, let Marvel be the chaser.
It's time for.
Because let's not forget, we don't know. Okay, we have Black Widow, but that's a prequel. We have Spider-Man. We don't know what's really going on with Doctor Strange.
With Doctor Strange, we kind of have an idea, but because of WandaVision, but we don't really know anything definite. Black Panther, we had a little bit of definite, but not no more. Yep. Unfortunately, Chadwick Boseman passed away, so we had a little bit of, all right, this is where they're going, and it kind of was almost set in stone. We know the villain, but we don't know
the rumors of them bringing back the Stones. They better not.
Don't bring back the Stones.
I think
it just ruins.
It ruins everything.
Yeah,
unfortunately, that would be their big mistake.
Don't bring back some Stones.
I think
Stones is dead and gone. We're moving on from the Stones.
The one thing about this is what just was said about Batman recorrecting the multiverses where he doesn't die, and how now Marvel has like those multiverses. I think they're gonna have to figure out a way to close these multiverses into one where the fans are not gonna be happy who dies and whatnot in both realms, but we're gonna have to live with it. And honestly, if there's a world without Batman or Superman, the world can live around the Young Justice League that they can form, and the Young Avengers and stuff. Like we have many great writers that can write, many great directors that can direct, and we'll have fun unity somewhere. And I know fans will be pissed at one thing or the other.
I want to show y'all a trend because I'm gonna wrap this up while saying this. Christopher Nolan put the runners on base with Batman, the whole Batman trilogy. Nolan and Snyder drove in some runs to tie the game with Man of Steel. I'll tell you something. Runners in scoring position, bottom of the ninth. You literally have no outs.
Yep.
This was more than a base hit. This is a home run. If you hit another home run in the next coming game, we're off and running. We're on a winning streak. It's rolling now. And you got the batting order coming up. Black Adam. We just said Black Adam, Shazam 2, Aquaman 2, Flash. You got the heart of your lineup coming up. You better get those runners on, man.
Yeah.
Scores out of 10.
Because you already know.
Scores out of 10. Was it flawless? Was it flawless? I gotta give it a 10 out of 10. It was flawless. I can't nitpick on anything. I really didn't see nothing that bothered me. Only thing I kept saying is, why wasn't this in the original?
That was me that first night with Jen, and Jen was kind of getting annoyed.
Like, yo, what's going on? Like, you gave me this as a flawless movie. I said the same thing about Wonder Woman, flawless. The first one, flawless. I couldn't find nothing wrong. So that's two
remember,
DC movies.
Here's what's funny is we're talking about bad decisions made by WB, and this is a company that almost cut out the No Man's Land scene.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. Out of 10, your score.
I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, 3 10s, 30. 30 out of 30. So that'll wrap it up for the Muse Report. For Andrew and Andrew's Hot Takes, and Rodney and Behind the Barricade. If you like this video, you know what to do. Do the YouTube thing.
That's right.
Later, guys.
Later.
So there you have it. That was their review mainly theirs because I've seen it before. This was their first viewing, but this was our review and reactions and thoughts on Zack Snyder's Justice League. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want more content, you know what to do. Do the YouTube thing, like, subscribe, and all the stuff that you do. For the Muse, this is Mike. See you guys later.